people, thank you for watching my video. My name is Roel. I am a health and nutrition coach and a diabetes practitioner based just outside Manchester in the UK, and I post these videos because I like to motivate you to be as healthy as you can be. And most of us have a rough idea what it is that we need to do to be healthy, but it's not always easy to stick with all these healthy habits, and I hope that my videos can help to motivate you a little bit to keep doing the right stuff and enjoy a happy and healthy life. Now today I am going to talk about DNA, and I'm not going to make it very sciencey. I did study life science and I'm very interested in this topic, but I don't want to talk about it in a very scientific way, just in a way that might help you to take action, to be motivated, and to understand that even if your DNA is a given, the way that it is used, the way that your genes are expressed is not a given, and that is very much to do with your lifestyle. And maybe if you understand that, that might help you to take action. And that's how it works for me most of the time. If I know why something is, how something works, then I'm more likely to act upon it. If I'm just told what to do, then I'm not that motivated. So let's dive into this a little bit and see how you can make changes that will support better health for the years to come. Now, for a long time, we believed that our genes are fixed, that if your parents had high blood pressure or diabetes or cancer, then you would probably too. End of story. But that's not the whole picture. Yes, we do inherit genes, obviously, but science has discovered that the way that our genes behave, whether they're switched off or on, that actually depends very heavily on our environment and our lifestyle. Now, our environment is not always something that we can change. If you can, then of course we should, for the better. But yeah, we are also exposed to toxins and other things in our environment that are not helpful. But obviously we're always going to focus on the stuff that we can control, and our lifestyle is something that we can control. So this whole idea of genes being switched on and genes being switched off and our lifestyle having an impact on that area of science is called epigenetics. And it's great because that means that we're not prisoners of our DNA. We can influence how our genes are being expressed through the choices that we make every day. So gene expression, let's go a little bit into that. Inside each cell of your body, you've got thousands of genes. We've got about 20,000, 20 to 25,000. It's not an exact number, we're not entirely sure, but they're not all active at once. And it also depends a little bit on which cell we're talking about, which genes will be active. But you can think of them as light switches, and some are turned on and some of them are turned off. And the ones that are turned on, they affect how your body works, because it directs protein production. And so the ones that are switched on, they might help you to burn fat or regulate your blood glucose levels or reduce your inflammation, or they might do the opposite. And here's the key point: your lifestyle, what you eat, how you move, how well you sleep, how you manage your stress, all of that influences which genes are switched on. And so that's where your power lies. It's about supportive habits that give your body the signals that it needs to thrive. So let's go back in time for a minute, and I love to do that because I'm super interested in ancestral health, because, you know, as you may have heard in one of my previous videos, I strongly believe that the way our ancestors, our first ancestors, the hunter-gatherers lived, is our natural way of living, the way of living that our bodies thrive on. Our ancestors ate real food, whole food. They moved regularly, but not frantically, not crazily. They slept when it was dark, they had plenty of downtime to rest and recover. And that is the kind of environment that our genes do well on. That's the kind of environment where your good genes are switched on and your bad genes, if you like, the ones that cause problems, stay switched off. Modern life, of course, is completely different. We eat a lot of processed carbohydrates, we sit down too much, we're glued to screens late at night, and we stress the whole time. And this is a mismatch between how we live now and how our genes would like us to live. And this creates a lot of problems. Chronic health conditions like type 2 diabetes, high blood pressure, and fatigue, overweight, they're not just to do with getting older, as I talked about in my previous video. They're often the result of this mismatch, the way that our body expects us to live, to thrive, and the way we actually live. Now, apart from the genes being switched on that can cause problems, health issues, one of the biggest issues that comes from this mismatch is something called systemic or chronic inflammation. Inflammation isn't always bad. In fact, it can be a very good thing. So when you cut your finger or you're fighting off a cold, your immune system jumps into action, and that is acute inflammation, and that's a healthy response. That's just your body trying to heal. But systemic or chronic inflammation is different. It's like a low-level fire burning in your body all the time. And it's often caused by eating too many refined carbohydrates and sugar, overdoing it with exercise. Yeah, you heard that right. You can do too much exercise, especially too much sort of aerobic, high-intensity level exercise, or maybe not doing enough exercise, not getting enough sleep. Chronic stress, we're not supposed to be stressed the whole time, and this kind of long-term stress can on your body can cause damage to your cells, and it can then wear out your immune system, which is constantly trying to fix it, and this will increase your risk of serious diseases. Now, the good news is that you can put that fire out with small, consistent changes. So, what can you do? 5 practical ways to support healthy gene expression. Number 1, eat in a way that supports your metabolism. Eat real foods. Did it have a mother? Is it an egg, or did it grow somewhere? That's real food. Vegetables, meat, fish, eggs, nuts, seeds, fruit, healthy fats, and fewer processed carbs, fewer processed foods all around. Your body likes that real food. That's what it's meant to thrive on, and not these blood glucose roller coasters. Number 2, move regularly, not obsessively. You don't need to run marathons. Walking, stretching, every now and then sprint type movements. You don't have to do that very often. Even only once a week would be very beneficial. And you don't want to do too much of that, because that's the kind of exercise that puts stress on your body, that increases your cortisol, your stress hormone production. Dancing, playing, especially as we get older, we forget to play, just fun movement. And this kind of movement where we move frequently, but not at a very high intensity level, every now and then sprinting, pushing, pulling, lifting, carrying, using your muscles, the kind of movement that, again, your great-great-great-great-great-grandparents, the hunter-gatherers, would have done. That is the kind of movement that helps to send positive signals to your genes. Number 3, prioritize sleep. Try to wind down at the same time each night. Your body does a lot of repair work whilst you're asleep, and your genes are listening to that. So take your sleep seriously. Obviously, you know, that's topic for a whole webinar, or even a whole, PhD. But yeah, my main message for today is just to, take your sleep seriously. What can you do to get better sleep? Number 4, manage stress in a way that works for you. Obviously, there are many different ways to manage stress, and that can be very personal. But it could be breathing exercises, journaling, just doing something fun, something that you enjoy doing that makes you feel happy, a bath, a walk in nature, even 5 minutes a day will be helpful. Number 5, give your body time to rest between meals. If we're constantly eating, then you're constantly digesting, and giving it a rest between meals gives your metabolism a break and allows your body to repair, to focus on some other stuff apart from digesting, which is a really intensive process. You don't have to eat the whole time. In fact, we don't need to eat for a very long time. And so try to have a couple of hours between meals, and if you can, maybe even longer overnight. So it's very beneficial to have 14 to 16 hours between your last meal the day before and your first meal the next day. Now, so each of these habits can help to reduce inflammation, balance your blood glucose levels, and guide your genes towards long-term health. So the big takeaway, you're not stuck with the health you've got now. Your genes are not your destiny. They are instructions, but which instructions your body follows depends on the signals that you give it. You have more power than you realize, and by making small positive changes to your lifestyle, you can have an impact on your health and on your energy, on your blood glucose, on your mental health, and basically your future. So don't need to wait to start. You can start right now. And you don't have to overhaul your whole lifestyle in one go. Small steps. Think of one thing that you can do this week that's going to help you to be healthier. It could be something that I've just mentioned. It could be something else. Often we do know what it is that we need to do. We just need to take action. So one little thing, 1 week only. You don't tell yourself that you have to do this for the rest of your life or until Christmas. Just this week. What is it that you're going to do? Keep it easy. Don't put up a lot of resistance. If you set yourself a really difficult thing to do, then the likelihood is that you're not going to do it. So make it easy. One little thing, write it down, and next week review it, and then rinse and repeat. And if you do this every week, then you're always doing something good, and that will have a ripple effect on the rest of your behavior. So thank you for watching. I hope you found it useful, and if it resonated with you, then give me the thumbs up and maybe even subscribe to my tiny YouTube channel, and then maybe one day I have a massive YouTube channel, and that will make me very happy, because I'm very passionate about all this stuff, because I see it every day in my job as a diabetes practitioner for several programs that I work on in diabetes prevention and remission, that people don't even understand how much power they have over their health, and often feel that they're just stuck with the situation that they're in, and we don't have to be. There's a lot we can do. If you have any questions, let me know. Put it in the chat below, or just put any comment, well, hopefully a nice one below. And on the 22nd of May, on a Thursday at 8 p.m. UK time, I will organise a free webinar, 1 hour webinar, where I'm going to talk about how you can prevent type 2 diabetes. And this is not just for people who have been warned that they're about to be diabetic, or people already know that their the blood glucose levels are higher than they should be. But this is for everyone, because most people experience blood glucose spikes that can affect their insulin sensitivity and make them insulin resistant, and you often don't realize it, you don't feel it. So check it out and feel free to join me. I'll leave the link to register below this video. And also let me know if you want a little handout that summarizes what I talked about today in this video, then I will gladly send that to you. Thank you for watching. Have a wonderful week. Take care of yourself, and remember, small steps. Just start somewhere. Don't wait. Don't even wait till tomorrow. Start now. lots of love, and hopefully see you in my next video. Take care. Bye.